My name is Ataru Yamamoto. I'm 23 years old. I work for an IT company in Tokyo. Today, as usual, I was heading to the nearest station to go to work. Man, I can't be bothered, but I'll work hard. Every day was the same. But for the first time in my life, I saw an accident right in front of me. Look out! It happened in a split second when I was about to walk the crosswalk. A woman walking in front of me was hit by a car that ran a red light. Jeez! He ran right through a red light! He drove off without stopping. This is definitely a hit and run. I knew I couldn't let this pass, so I calmly wrote down the license plate number of the car and called out to the woman who'd been hit. Are you all right? Thank goodness, she's conscious.
Ouch! Hey, are you okay?
Yes, I just happened to be passing by. This lady was in a car accident.
I see. Well, we should move her to the side of the road.
No, wait! She might have hit her head, so we shouldn't move her too much. Let's call an ambulance right away. I decided to call an ambulance right away.
By the way, are you okay with work?
What time is it? Shoot! I'm super late!
Leave the rest to me and go to work.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure everything will be fine once the ambulance arrives.
I'm sorry. Thank you. I'll give you my card so you can call me if you need anything.
Okay.
I hurried to the office. Damn, my boss called me so many times. I totally forgot I'm in charge of the presentation today. I'm already an hour and a half late. What am I gonna tell my boss? I'm not feeling well? Then he'd get mad at me for not calling. Yet the train was delayed? He's just gonna get mad at me and yell how delayed it was. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not lying, and I'm sure my boss will understand if I explain with sincerity. I'm sorry, I'm late. Hey, Yamamoto! What were you doing not answering your phone? I'm really sorry. I had a lot going on this morning. You had the presentation meeting for the project you're in charge of. Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused others? I'm really sorry. So, what happened? I'll listen to you. Actually, I was helping a woman who was in a car accident. You know, even a child could come up with a better excuse than that. No, I'm not making excuses. I'm serious. Then, where's the proof? Do you have any? I don't have any proof, but you can't fool me with such a blatant lie. No, I'm serious. Even if that's true, you should have thought about calling the company first. Use your brain a bit more. Well, you're right. I couldn't think that far ahead. You really are tactless, aren't you? You're not very good at your job. And to be honest, you're a burden to us. What? I'm doing well in sales, though. Isn't that irrelevant now? Because you have a lax attitude towards work, you cover up your tardiness with false reasons like this. And to top it all off, you try to defy your boss. I have to give you a penalty for this. What? That makes no sense. Go to the regional department for next week. Huh? What the hell? I'm only in my second year. I can't even make a living. What do you mean you can't? This is all because of your bad attitude towards work, isn't it? To be honest, I'm having a hard time dealing with you. I'm telling you, I've been getting good results. I mean, how can a general manager interfere with HR? Because the company executives love me. If I tell them, they'll think about it. That's why your subordinates are naturally transferred so often. What's so bad about that? Why should I keep a subordinate I don't like? You finally revealed your true nature. Well, you'll just have to make do in the countryside. You probably won't see me again. You. Don't think that I'll let this end like this. One day, I'll crush you down. Thus, I was relegated for an unreasonable reason. The following week, the day of my departure to the regional department arrived. I was just trying to help someone. I really don't get it. Ataru, I'm sorry. I wish I could have helped you. Don't worry about it. There's nothing you can do in front of the manager. Let's go have a drink again when I come back. I said goodbye to my good friends and colleagues and was about to leave the company when... Excuse me, is there an Ataru Yamamoto in this company? That's me. Can I help you? You're Ataru Yamamoto. I've been looking for you. Well, President Yoshida. What brings you all the way to our company? President Yoshida? You mean the president of our parent company? Yes, that's right. But don't be shy.
I came here to thank you today.
Thank me?
You saved a woman from a car accident, didn't you?
Oh, from the other day. I mean, how do you know?
Actually, that was my daughter. I heard you saved her life when she was hit by a hit-and-run driver. I came here today to thank you for that.
Seriously? She was your daughter? Is your daughter all right?
Yes, she was hurt, but she's going to be all right.
I'm glad to hear that. I was a little worried about her.
I'm proud to have a caring young man like you in our group company. What do you say? I'd like to hold a small ceremony now. Could you join me in the president's office?
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually have to catch a plane after this.
A plane? On a business trip?
No, actually. I've been reassigned to a regional department.
What?
Yes, I've been making good sales results and contributing to the company, but the manager next to me, Mr. Nakamoto, has demanded an unfair demotion because of my attitude towards work. Huh? No, I mean... And to top it all off, he called it a childish lie that I helped a woman who was in a car accident. No, that's, well, unbelievable, isn't it? I'd like to do my best for this company.
Nakamoto, what's this all about?
Oh, this, And Mr. President, please hear me out. This Mr. Nakamoto, the manager, has been relegating subordinates he doesn't like, in addition to me, whenever he has the chance.
What?
As a result of my investigation, it seems that 10 employees have been unfairly regulated this year alone. What are you talking about? Boss, he's wrong. Please, listen to my side of the story too. This subordinate of mine, Yamamoto, is a man who's always late for work, and he often lies as an excuse for his tardiness. What? I was never late. If you look at my work record, you'll know that it's a lie. See? This is the way this man talks. Can you believe anything this man says? I'm just trying to get Yamamoto to change. That's why, as part of his education, I'm moving him to a regional department where he can have a tough experience. Please believe me, boss! I've kept my silence until now, but I've had enough! You're the one who's lying! How can you thoroughly harass subordinates you don't like and continue to flatter those above you? You're human scum, you damn boss!
Ataru, calm down. There are some bad rumors about Nakamoto that's been coming to me as well. I knew I'd have to take action against you at some point.
What?
I have a suggestion. How about you take Ataru's place and move to a regional department instead?
What? You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not. You're the one with a problem if you can't trust such a good subordinate, don't you think?
Well,
I have the authority over personal affairs in this company. You should be relegated to correct your rotten character.
no way!
That's all I have to say. Well, Ataru, I'd like to present you with a letter of appreciation in honor of your achievements. Will you come to the president's office?
Of course! Well, Manager Nakamoto, goodbye! I don't think we'll meet again, but take care! Damn! And so, it was decided that Mr. Nakamoto would be transferred to a regional department instead of me. Furthermore, because bad rumors had spread within the company, Mr. Nakamoto felt uncomfortable and requested to leave the company himself. He's now looking for a new job among the young people. He's a 50-something-year-old man, but he deserves that. As for me, President Yoshida liked me and asked me to work in the sales department of the parent company. I was so grateful for the offer. Frankly, it's a great paycheck and a big increase in income. Of course, I don't have a boss like Nakamoto here, so I can work without stress. If you guys see anyone in need, make sure you reach out to them too.
My name is Hanashiro Satsushanayo. I'm currently 30 years old. Except for being born unlucky, I'm a run-of-the-mill housewife. Whenever I left the house, it would rain. I also would often trip on bananas out of nowhere. When I took the university entrance exam, I couldn't reach the venue due to heavy snow and missed my exam. Even when I landed a job, I would often fail due to the copier jamming for no reason. But one day, it was as if the gods took pity on me. I was finally able to meet someone. He was the opposite of me. Everywhere he would go, luck would follow. He was able to cancel out my luck. I never thought I was going to meet someone, but it all changed when my husband bent down on his knees and said, "Even though you were born unlucky, the experience made you the most beautiful woman I've ever met." Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting carried away. I just wanted to tell you guys how cool my husband is. I've been lonely ever since he had to go abroad for his job. But what I want to talk about today, it's not about my husband, but a story about a run-in with another friend of mine. This is Uenori. She's one of my mom's friends. My son and her daughter attend the same kindergarten. So, whenever I pick up my son, I often interact with her. However, she would always try to one-up me during our conversation. "Oh, Mrs. Sachisu, how was your part-time job? I bet it was really hard to live in a poor household. I'm glad my husband has a high income. So where'd you buy those clothes?" "Oh, Shimamura? How can you wear such clothes? At least it's better than a rag." "Hello, Arami. I'm going to pick up my daughter's lessons. Sorry, maybe next time." Even though nobody wants to talk with her, she would find a way to strike up a conversation. Me and other moms refrained from talking back to her and would often just smile to keep her busy. Of course, I'm one of them. Usually, knowing my unlucky nature, I was expecting her to target me more often. However, my husband, who is my guardian angel in these sorts of situations, is not by my side right now. One day, I was picking up my son with a smile on my face. My husband is coming back soon. My husband contacted me that he would be able to come back home by next month. "Is there anything you want to eat?"
I'm really craving some sushi.
All right, I'll get a reservation from a really nice sushi restaurant. I immediately checked a reputable sushi restaurant on the internet. Then, on the road that I always picked up, I found the sushi restaurant owned by a well-known sushi chef. "Let's stop by when we pick you up." Looking at the map, I found out where the restaurant was located. I usually ignored high-end sushi restaurants, but I thought that my husband would like the atmosphere of this restaurant. The place was called Rutsuki Sushi. Although my husband was returning a month later, I thought I should reserve a seat as fast as possible just in case. Even though the restaurant was still closed, there were already people lining up. Excuse me.
We're not open yet.
The master was still preparing for the day. "I'm sorry, I just wanted to make a reservation."
Were you introduced by someone?
No, that's not the case. My husband, who's been on a business trip abroad for a long time, is coming back to Japan, and I wanted to take him out to the best sushi restaurant in town.
I see.
Then the general loosened his expression and took out the reservation note. I told the master the time and date and made a reservation for 3 people. At first, I was scared, but I realized that the master was a gentle person, so I was really relieved. I'm glad I was able to make a reservation in time. But this was just the beginning of a series of unfortunate events. When I got home, I got a notification from Ms. Uenori. "I saw you today. Did you visit Ryuki Sushi today?" Yes. I knew it. "What were you doing?" "I was just making a reservation." Are you serious? The Ryuki sushi? Are you okay? I'm just surprised. I'm a regular there. You know how expensive the place is, right? I know. I looked it up on the internet. Then I have no idea why you reserved a seat. You should cancel your reservation before you embarrass yourself. It's nothing like the cheap sushi you're used to. Why would you say such a thing? Aren't you a single mother? You're too poor to afford it. What? I'm not a single mother. Oh, don't feel bad. You're always by yourself during events, even at the graduation. My husband went abroad just before my son was graduating. Oh, that's so funny. What's so funny? You shouldn't lie just because you're embarrassed. An overseas husband? I'm not lying. Then why are you always wearing peasant clothes with your son? Even your bag was just a plastic bag. I don't know if you would believe me, but I have the worst luck in the world. Even if I wear expensive clothes, it gets ruined immediately. So I stopped buying expensive things altogether. And the kindergarten tells us to wear clothes that can be dirty. Oh my goodness, you're going to make me laugh so hard. If you were so rich, why would you care about ruining expensive clothes? Just buy a new one. Wait a minute. Can you even afford $10,000 yen clothes? I'm telling you, you're just poor. I can't believe you're trying to go to the sushi restaurant. Do me a favor, just cancel the reservation. Poor people like you make the food taste bad. Why are you acting so mean? I just wanted my husband to have a good time. The master even said I could go there. I'm going there whether you like it or not. Okay, I see how it is. How fun. The next day, Mrs. Uenori started to spread rumors about me to the other moms. Did you know Mrs. Sachisu is making fun of you guys behind your back? I heard her say it at the expensive sushi restaurant nearby. By the way, if you ever wanted to eat there, just tell me. I can introduce you. The other moms didn't really believe her at first, but after hearing that I was seen at the sushi restaurant, they started to believe her. Ever since, they started to ostracize me. She even started a rumor that I was a single mother. Where do you think she's got the money to afford such expensive sushi? Maybe she has a patron. You can never tell what she's thinking. I can't believe the lies she's spreading. Fortunately, my son wasn't involved in her bullying. I just had to be patient and let the rumors blow over. However, it all went south on the day my husband returned home.
Long time no see!
Papa!
I'm sorry for being out for so long.
No, I'm glad you came back. Today, I got a reservation for some really good sushi.
Really? I'm so excited!
When we arrived at the restaurant, the master was happy to see me.
Please, take the counter seat. I will make you the best sushi. This place is so nice!
Right? It was when we got into the store to get to the seat. You're late. What? Mrs. Uenori was there. You're really with a man? So you're the husband that works overseas? She had a massive grin on her face. I became really nervous. No way. She reserved the same day to spite me?
Who is she?
I was panicking. Well, hello, I'm Sachisu's mom friend.
Oh, I see. Nice to meet you.
You too. Oh, I feel bad for you.
Why?
She really thought my husband was a sugar daddy. She was looking down on us. How are you so delusional? I know your husband just here is a show off. What's so good about her? I mean, she's not cute, and she even comes with a son. Why are you spending money on her? My husband looked at me very confused. I told her with tears in my eyes that I never said anything to her. In the meantime, she started bragging about her personal life. She even told me she could buy me, making the atmosphere of the whole place horrible.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm Hanayo's real husband, and this is my son. I just came back from an overseas job and just wanted to eat some good sushi.
Oh, please, you can stop acting now. It was at that moment.
Miss Uenori, seems like you're having fun, but could you please calm down?
Huh? Master, are you mad at me?
You're ruining this lovely family's reunion.
Uenori's face started to become more and more red. What? I'm a regular here. I'm just trying to keep the dignity of this shop.
I didn't ask for that. If my shop is loved by the people, then I'm satisfied. I don't need you to protect this place's dignity.
What? I'm going to tell my husband.
There's no need for that.
And why would I listen to you? Suddenly, someone came into the store. What? What are you doing here? When I turned around, I saw Mr. Uenori looking furious.
I contacted him the moment you came into the restaurant. I know that without your husband, you like to run your mouth. You! Why are you bothering others?
No, I just wanted to show my friend the common courtesy for such a nice place, right?
That's right. She showed us how not to act in a nice place.
What?
We're leaving!
Why, I didn't do anything. She was the one who brought a sugar daddy.
This is my license.
Wait, you're really her husband?
What are you talking about?
She thought I was a single mother. After hearing about what she's done, she suddenly let go of her hand. That hurts!
I can't do this anymore.
What?
You told me that it was hard raising a child, so I hired a housekeeper for you. You even started buying expensive brand clothes. No matter how much you have, you just keep using them all. I can't do this anymore.
What are you saying? You're not serious, right? No! After leaving the restaurant, we could all see her expressionless face. I was feeling guilty for making a scene, but my husband told me.
I had to deal with people like her all the time. It's fine.
I'm really sorry for making such a commotion. You can eat whatever you want today.
We were able to enjoy the sushi on the master's request. By the way, according to the story I heard afterwards, Mrs. Uenori was asked to divorce and had to go through a painful process. My husband gets angry and doesn't listen. Why don't you talk? That was just a little misunderstanding. She was trying to make me the bad guy. I felt bad for her. She genuinely can't accept that it was all her fault. I just told her I have nothing to do with it. She later got divorced and had to leave her home. The good news is that the husband was able to get full custody of the child. I heard she had to go back to her family, who lives in the countryside, constantly fighting with her parents. She has no money to buy anything and spends all of her days crying to sleep. All I can say is that she had it coming. On the other hand, we spent the rest of our days as a happy family. The other moms were able to meet my husband, clearing any false rumors about me. Although I had to go through a lot, I was saved by the sushi master and my husband. I'm just happy to be with the one I love. Oh, it was so close!
The air is so clean on the countryside.
I can't believe the master's telling on her husband. What is it?
Yes. Delivery's here.
Do you even have a little pride? Oh, wow. That's so good.
Wow, you're right.
Yeah, I'll forgive you this time.
We've been studying over them for about a year, but things have been getting worse and worse, I feel.
Feels like is something I thought a scientist like you wouldn't say.
Rookie, even something very scientific, all boils down to observation and inspiration.
Professor is saying something bold. Will it rain? Snow? Lightning?
What is it, Rookie? How could you say that to your mother?
Sorry.
But statistical analysis is very important. We will need to digitalize the data and graph it out. What's with that umbrella?
I'll rust if I get wet.
Should I just make you a piece of metal?
No!
Oh, the graph is ready.
Thank God.
What is this?
What is it, Professor?
Look, Rookie, in just a year, the statistics have gone through the roof.
In just a year? How could people's hazardous behavior increase that much in a short span?
This is not a natural occurrence. There must be something going on.
What are we supposed to do?
We need to figure out what's going on. Rookie, contact the MoniRobots. We need to get samples.
Yes!
Howdy, Professor. There's a strange family moving in next door. I'm sure they'll be our help.
Good luck.
Yup, because I'll be a big sister. Leave it to me. I'm Yuka, age 30. And I'm Mitsuru, 5 years old. Our apartment has a special power, in that it attracts a lot of interesting people. I call it the monster apartment. And today, I'll tell you a story about the time I was pregnant and met a crazy lady. Her name was Miss Shianji. She was about 26 and had 2 sons. One was in 1st grade and another was the same age as Michiru. She moved in next door when I was about 6 months pregnant. Mom! Another doorbell! Gosh, would they stop? Around that time, our family was being picked on by the doorbell man. Every morning and around the evening, we'd hear our doorbell ring constantly. But the weird thing is, when we quickly go to open the door, there is always no one there. Because it is the hallway of an apartment, there is nowhere to hide either. Even if they want to use the elevator or stairs, they're quite far away, meaning we would catch them running. We were curious and furious that we couldn't find the culprit behind these pranks. Not today. I ran straight to the door right when the bell rang and opened the door furiously and... Ah! Huh? You startled me. You don't have to open the door that suddenly, right? Oh, sorry. We've been having people prank us using the doorbell. I'm sorry. You can't catch us! Too slow! What? As I looked, her 2 sons standing near her were pointing and laughing at me. You guys, what are you doing? She's so stupid, always looking around the stairs. Yeah, and they don't know it's us who live next door. So that's why we couldn't see them. Michiru and I were furious. But Mr. Shanji continued on. I'm Shanji. We moved next door. I didn't want to do this, but my husband told me we should greet our neighbors. Alright, that's it, so see ya. Wait a minute. Are you not going to scold your kids? I told you we were upset about the doorbells, right? Hi, I'm Yuka. Thanks for the greeting.
You can't prank us like that! My mom is pregnant right now!
I don't care, stupid!
Dummy! I'm not dumb, I'm Michiru!
I thought you were just fat.
You're pregnant, huh? How long?
6 months.
Me too. Nice to meet someone like me.
Are you not going to say anything to your sons?
Huh? About the prank? They're kids, give them a break.
Is she serious?
I don't want any troubles to stop, okay? What? No snack then. Okay, fine. You idiot.
Again, how does this apartment bring in so many bad people? I hope nothing bad would happen, but oh how wrong I was. One day, Michiru and I went to play at a nearby park, and we saw Ryota and Ruji running around, throwing things. In the corner of the park were the other kids, all clumped up and looking scared, staring at the 2 kids. We would soon know what and why this was happening in this park.
Hey look, it's Fat Grandma. Take this!
The 2 threw something straight at Michiru and I.
Ow!
Is this a dirt ball?
We got them! Yay!
I see. The other kids were also hit with these dirt balls, and they were pushed to the corners. Hey, you can't throw things at other people.
Look! The ogre grandma is angry!
These kids. Then suddenly Ryuji came running at me.
Take this!
Ow! The kid's brutal punch hurt, and I fell down to the ground, holding my stomach in pain. Next to me, Michiru stood in shock, worrying about me.
What have you done to my mom?
Michiru, with tears in her eyes, ran right up to Ryuji.
Ow! What are you doing? Right back at you! There's a baby in her stomach! How could you little... Ow! Ow! Brother, help me!
What are you doing to my brother, you idiot?
Ow! I can't stand you guys!
The 2 brothers were pushed by Michiru's force, and they quickly ran away.
Mommy! Mommy!
Then, Mrs. Shanji, looking irritated, stopped touching her phone and came from the corner of the park.
Be quiet! I told you guys to play on your own, right? She punched Ryuji! Ow! What? Ryuji punched my mother first!
Michiru was still full of anger and began to talk back as well. But I knew I shouldn't tolerate Michiru resorting to violence. So, I pushed myself up and took Michiru's hand.
Mom!
Michiru, thank you for standing up for me. But you can't go and punch people too, okay?
But...
You know that won't solve anything, right?
Yeah...
Now, what do you say? She still looked unsatisfied, but she gripped her hands and said,
I'm sorry I punched you.
I was happy she was able to apologize for her actions, but I knew the 2 brothers were not going to just apologize back. Unsurprisingly,
we wouldn't need the police if an apology cut it. You need to pay up. Yeah, pay up.
I knew we couldn't talk to them anymore because that wouldn't do anything. So I walked up to Mrs. Shanji, who was standing there acting like this had nothing to do with her. I apologized for my daughter punching her son, but what she said was true.
A kid punched you, right? That's nothing.
You're pregnant too, right? And you'd say that?
I just got my baby checked up, and apparently it's another boy.
And?
There'll be 3 boys. I don't want another boy. I wanted a girl. Ugh, this sucks.
As she said that, I saw the brother's expression fade away. How could she say such a thing? Are you trying to say that it was okay for me to get punched?
Yeah, because I'm going to have to go through all that pain again for a kid I don't want. So if I get a miscarriage, you know.
As a mother myself, I was about to explode in anger. I understand how it feels to want a girl, but that's not something to say in front of your kids, as well as your baby.
What? My baby isn't born. She can't hear anything.
The baby grows up hearing the mother's voice.
Okay, you say that.
Oh no, I was about to talk to her about how to treat her kids, but she's beyond recoverable. Because she wants a girl so badly, she likely has no interest in the 2 boys. I was wondering how I can talk to her about this when...
Is that all? Alright, see ya. I still want to play. I told you we'd leave if you got into trouble, right? You broke our promise.
I'm sorry. She walked away with her kids, still staring at her phone. 2 boys were holding hands, walking some distance behind her.
Mom, I'm so sorry.
No, Michiru. Thank you for getting upset for me. As I watched Michiru cry, I remember the 2 boys' sad face when Miss Shianji was talking. I thought that the reason the 2 boys were so brash was because they wanted to get their mother's attention. But on that day, I couldn't do anything for the boys. The next day, I went to the hospital to get the baby checked out just in case.
Yup, the baby is alright. And I think it's a girl.
It's a girl!
Michiru was very happy about it. My husband was worried about the baby too, so I didn't forget to tell him too. Hey, the baby was fine.
Really? Thank God.
And the doctor thinks it's a girl.
Really? That's great.
Alright, let's go home and make dinner. As I finished up my talk and started to walk home...
Hey, is that true? Why do you get to have 2 girls? That's unfair!
Oh no, I was afraid to look over. And there was Mrs. Shianji, standing right there. I didn't want her to find out. Hello. We greeted her and made a run for it. But Mrs. Shianji quickly ran in front of us to stop us in our path and said something unbelievable.
Hey, once the baby is born, how about we switch them?
What? I was so shocked my mouth was wide open.
You already have a girl, and so how about having a boy? You better be off with a boy, you know. So let's switch. Oh, I'll give you either Ryota or Ruchi too. They won't listen to me, so they're so annoying. No, I want to be with Mommy. Me too. Shut up and stop following me.
At that moment, I was infuriated. Hey, stop it already. Gender does not matter. How could you say such a thing in front of your kids? Do you not know you're their mother?
What? I gave you a good request and you turned me down? Ugh, you old lady.
Ow! Mrs. Shianji pushed me so hard I fell down to the ground, stomach first. Ow! Ow!
No! Mom!
I wasn't ready to be pushed, so I fell in a bad position. I knew I sprained my wrist right then.
Oh no! Grandma! Huh. Mom, wait up!
Mrs. Shianji left me on the ground and left the scene. I brought Michiru with me to the nearest hospital and got my wrist checked up. When I hit the concrete, my wrist was cracked. My husband heard this and was furious. That night, my husband went straight to Mrs. Shianji's house.
Excuse me, Mrs. Shianji. I need to talk to you about what happened today. What is it?
The person who answered was Mr. Shianji. He apparently didn't know what happened today. And once my husband calmly explained to him what happened, he let us in to talk with Mrs. Shianji. When she saw us come in...
What? Why did you let them in?
Hey, they told me you pushed their wife down to the ground.
I nudged her and she fell on her own.
She fell down and broke her wrist. It wasn't a nudge, was it?
How would I know? If you're gonna say that, where's the evidence, huh?
Mr. Shianji didn't look like a bad person, but since no one had evidence of how much she pushed me, he looked at us as if we had no evidence to support us. Then...
Daddy, I saw it.
Ryuta, you were awake?
I woke up right now.
Ryuta and Ryoji came out of the room, and just then Mrs. Shianji's face went pale.
You guys go to bed now. No, because Ryuji and I are the evidence. Huh?
What do you mean, Ryuta?
When we were out shopping today, we saw Grandma there talking on the phone and heard that their baby was a girl. Then, Mommy told Grandma that she would trade me and Ryuji for a new baby girl. Hey, Ryuta! Stop lying to your dad! Mommy doesn't want us because we're boys. She always says so. Ryuji!
I obviously declined her offer, and I told her to not talk about her kids like that in front of them. And then she shoved me to the ground.
How could you?
I wanted a girl, and you know that.
That doesn't mean we don't want Ryota and Ryuji.
But they aren't cute at all, and they won't listen to anything I say.
That's likely because they wanted your attention.
Stop crying!
Shut up!
What? Me?
I was too stupid to let you take care of my kids. You are not their mother. Get out now.
Wait. Why me?
I'm very sorry for what happened. And I'm so sorry, you guys.
Daddy!
They must be hurt a lot. Please take good care of them.
Yes.
With everything settled just as we were about to leave,
Hey, old lady.
we were stopped by Ryuji.
I'm sorry for punching you.
Kids grow up like this, huh? You can't do that anymore, okay?
Yes. I'm sorry for picking on you. It's okay. I'm a money robot, so I'll forgive you. Money robot? A hero that saves everyone. Super cool.
Afterwards, Mr. Shianji went to the hallway to pick up his crying wife and scolded her for everything. But because there was a baby in her stomach, they couldn't easily get a divorce. However, because he was worried about how she treats the kids, their condition to continue the marriage was to move to Mr. Shianji's family house.
What? Moving there?
If you don't want to leave the newborn baby and get out of here.
Okay, I get it.
Mrs. Shianji had no say in the decision, and soon after the incident, they all moved out of the apartment. And soon after, they had their third baby boy. And with the help of Mr. Shianji's mother, Mrs. Shianji is doing her best to be a mother. According to Mr. Shianji, the best medicine was taking away her phone during the day.
Although she didn't want to, over time and spending time with the kids more, she looks to be more like a mother than ever before. I need to do better as well. I'm so grateful for you all for giving us the chance to change and grow as a family.
It was very tough, but we also had Luna join our family as well. And everything turned out okay.
Professor, send in the data now. Oh wow, this is some data. Let's see. Wow.
Did you figure something out?
So the recent spike is not a coincidence after all. I suspect there's a big culprit behind this.
What?
My name is Taiko. I'm a new grad worker, age 23. My name and my physique led to me being called fatty back when I was a student. It's not like I didn't try to lose weight, but my mother and father and even my grandparents are all plus size, so the best I could do was keep the status quo. But I didn't want this to take over my life, so I did my best in regards to my fashion and makeup, and so I had a lot of friends in school and enjoyed life as a student. After college, I joined the sales department for a company, but I didn't know what I was going to get myself into. The reason I faced so many troubles was my boss, Mrs. Kazumi. She's always on point in terms of her looks, and because I heard she was also very hardworking, I looked up to her when I first joined the company. I was able to acquire the best results during training, and so I was assigned as an assistant to Ms. Kazumi. Yes, I'm able to work under Mrs. Kazumi! I thought this as I walked towards Mrs. Kazumi, but I won't forget the first day under her. At first glance, her eyes opened wide and she said something horrible. Since when did we become a pig farm? A pig farm? At first, I was so shocked I didn't realize I got bullied, but she didn't wait for my response and just left. I went to my seat and sat in front of my computer and got myself settled in, but my head was wrapped around the fact that she called me a pig. I know I may be plus-sized, but how can someone say that from the start? I must have heard wrong. After I was done unpacking, since I had nothing to do, I contacted Mrs. Kasumi. Hello, what should I do today? Why is an ugly pig contacting me? What? So I did hear correctly. I could sense her distaste in me from my phone screen. I don't have anything to do. Then how about you go on a diet? Are you not embarrassed to wear a suit in that physique? It's about to explode. I'm sorry, this just runs in my family. You're just blaming that on someone else. A person's looks is everything about them. Do you really think you'll get contacts with that physique? Do you understand me? You're going to go oink, oink, oink? I'll try my best at work. I said go lose weight! You fat people are so naive. I can't let someone like you, who can't control themselves, do any work here. I was so shocked, I couldn't speak at all. Why do I have to be told this much just because of my looks? Her attitude towards me never got better. And while my other colleagues were out on sales with their bosses and coworkers and were building up their reputation gradually, I was doing paperwork and making files all day long because of Mrs. Kasumi and was stuck in the office. Mrs. Kasumi, the files you requested are ready. I've sent it to you via email, so please check it out. I don't need that. Huh? You told me you needed something to do, so I made you do it. That was from a previous presentation, so please delete everything about it, okay? Why are you making me do useless things? Please let me go do sales. Are you stupid? No, you're a pig. It'll be bad for the company if a pig like you walks around and hands out business cards. Our clients think that our company has a lot of pretty women. If a woman like you goes, then it'll be bad for everyone else, okay? So you stay in the office and oink away. What she said to me that day broke me. And the next day, I couldn't get myself to go to the office. Eventually, I talked to HR and I quit the company 3 months after joining the company. I don't know what she told HR, but she likely said she was training me because I was useless and I just happened to disappear. HR didn't tell me anything and sounded like they were waiting for me to leave the company. Even after I quit my job, I got scared of going out in public and I became a shut-in. In this time, my best friend Megumi contacted me, worried about me quitting my job. So I decided to go outside. Hey, Taiko! It's been a while. Yeah, sit! Let's eat paella. This restaurant is amazing. I'm not hungry. Taiko, you look sick. Have you been eating properly? Not at all. Why? You'll get sick. Because I need to lose weight. Taiko, what happened? I told her everything that happened in my old company. What? That boss of yours doesn't understand anything positive about you. I don't have any positive traits. You don't need to listen to her. You're kind to everyone, very understanding, and hardworking. This is you. Megumi, what should I do? You have to join a normal company. I know you can do it. I believe in you. But what if I don't get any contracts because I'm fat? You don't have to worry at all. As she said so, she took out her phone and contacted someone. And 30 minutes later, a handsome man showed up in a suit.
Nice to meet you. I'm her boss, Tanaka.
Taiko, come to our company. Huh?
We're short on staff in sales at the moment, and I've been asking my subordinates to
Mr. Tanaka, she'll be perfect for the team. He started to explain to me about the job, and I talked to him about what I did in college and how I ended up the way I was from my old job. It was like an interview.
Our company is pretty tough, but we love hard workers and always compensate for hard work. I talked to you for about an hour, and I already know you are perfect for our company. So please, come join us and work under me.
Is it okay if I'm fat, though?
Physique and looks aren't related at all.
His words burned my heart. I swear I'll be a better worker next. Thank you, Megumi. Please let me join.
See you next week then.
And so I was able to join Megumi's company the next week. The environment was completely different, and they gave me a lot of work to do from day one. At first, Mr. Tanaka and my other coworkers brought me along on their sales, and they let me take on their clients as well, where I went to pitch sales by myself the next time. I would return back to Mr. Tanaka, get his feedback, and eventually, once I learned my ways around the work, he told me I needed to think and act on my own. What he said about being short-staffed was true, and even I got a load of tasks on my hands. But I was super excited to be able to work this time. I worked harder than anyone in the office, and no one in the office called me fat or ugly. Everyone in the office was very supportive, and as my sales experience increased, I eventually got bigger and bigger contracts. I had found my place, and I had my confidence boost up and was about to forget about what had happened to me in my old job when...
Taiko, could you start doing the Yakamashi Food Corp contract as well? It's a pretty big company, so I wanted someone who can handle it take over.
Yamamashi Foods Corp was my previous workplace where I was bullied. Mr. Tanaka saw my face grow dark and said,
You don't have to take over if you have too much on your hands at the moment.
But I thought I would lose if I gave up right now, so... No. Please let me do it. I agreed to take over the contract. The day of the pitch, Mr. Tanaka came along with me just in case. And I was surprised to see the representative. Hello, I'm Kasumi Iyashi. Oh, hey. Ugh. Once I made eye contact, I froze on the spot. I thought I had fought against the trauma, but everything flashed before my eyes. You quit so suddenly. Now you got picked up by MoniRobo Corps? She said as she looked up and down my body, smiling. You haven't changed.
I don't know how she was here, but right now, she's the #1 sales agent and a youngster.
Wow, is she? I imagine MoniRobo Corps has gone downhill then.
I don't understand what you mean.
I know you're smarter than that, Mr. Tanaka. For us sales, our looks are very, very important. I was teaching her so much back then. But to know she still wears that fat suit, isn't that just horrible? She said as she looked down on me. I wanted to talk back, but my heart was pounding and I couldn't speak. My face turned bright red and I could only look down. Because of me, Mr. Tanaka must be embarrassed. I was so disappointed in myself. But what Mr. Tanaka said next shocked me the most.
I see. Well, she is the best that we have. So I guess we'll have to stop our contract with you right here, right now.
What?
Huh?
Wait, what are you saying? I thought we were one of your big clients.
Of course you are. I don't want to have a contract with another company who belittles my subordinate.
What? Are you serious? You're the one getting work from us.
A contract is between two companies, so we have the right to decline as well. Goodbye then.
You just wait. I'm going to say bad things about your company to everyone else.
Let's go.
Yes, sir! I tried very hard to keep my tears from running as I left the meeting room. I heard Mrs. Kasumi saying something behind us, but I couldn't even bother to care. Mr. Tanaka, thank you very, very much. But is this okay? They're one of our biggest clients, right?
It's okay. They'll contact us soon.
The next day, just as he said, we received a call from Yakamashi Foods. And the call was from the boss of Mrs. Kasumi, saying they want to come and apologize to us. Why is this happening?
We currently sell to Yakamashi Foods at the lowest price possible. And if they don't have a contract with us, their spending spike way up. Apparently she didn't know that.
That day, Mrs. Kasumi walked into our office alongside her boss that called us.
I apologize for what our representative has said to you yesterday. We're very sorry.
I'm sorry.
Looks like she doesn't care. Are you stupid? Drop your head now!
I just said the truth.
I agree that looks make an impact on sales.
See, you get me right.
But the important thing is cleanliness and not skinniness. What's more, beauty on the inside, being kind and dedicated to your work, that's what's important. Do you have all of those?
I've done my best.
I heard that you change your attitude based on the client's face, right?
Huh?
What does that mean? It's quite simple. She's easy on handsome people, but for people who she finds unattractive, she has a habit of belittling and making the representative change. What have ye been doing?
Well, it's because for a beautiful person like me, the client should be beautiful as well. Her boss had had enough of her attitude, and she was scolded by her own boss on the stop.
I can't believe ye and ye attitude!
From that day on, she was changed to another representative, and the new person and the boss from earlier came in to apologize again. I told them of how she treated me before I left the company, and it turned out there were other girls that faced similar situations under Mrs. Kasumi. Her boss had deeply apologized for everything she had done to me. As for Mrs. Kasumi, she was fired due to the investigation against her attitude and harassment behavior. No one knows what happened after she was fired.
Cheers for justice!
Looking forward to you working with us moving forward.
Thank you very much for everything. I'll try my best. My work life has just begun, and although my physique has not changed, that doesn't matter. Hard work pays off. I'll keep trying.
My name is Charako Yamamoto, age 28. I married my husband Tomoya last year, and we're living a very happy marriage life. I get along with his family, and I am great friends with his mother and sister. But everything changed on that day. One day, we received a call from his mom, and we went to have dinner at his house. Hello! Thank you for inviting us! Hello, Charako. Please make yourself at home today. Thank you very much. Hi, Charako. Long time no see. Hello, stepsister. I heard you have news for us today. Yup. The reason we invited you guys over today is... Yeah, I'm actually getting married soon! Really? I didn't know. Congratulations!
I wanted to tell you earlier, but my sister really wanted to tell you in person on her own.
Yup, sorry it took a while to tell you, Charako. No worries. Congrats, really. When is the wedding day? It's pretty close. 2 months from now, actually. Could you come join us? Of course I will. It's your big day. I'm going to get a day off from work to see you. Thanks. We're so glad you can make it. All right, everyone. Let's start eating then. All right. And so I decided to join my stepsister's wedding. But I received a horrible call from my father. Huh? A call from father? That's pretty rare. Hello, what's up, Dad?
Charako, thank God. Please, your mother got in a car accident.
Huh?
Please, come quickly.
I rushed to the hospital right after the call, but I saw my father standing next to my mother, who would never wake up again. Mom, why? I didn't even get to say goodbye.
She was so excited to see her grandson's face. How could this happen?
No! I wanted to talk to her about so many things. Why? I couldn't bring myself up after such a horrible accident. My father saw this and he went and prepared for her funeral all by himself. Apparently, it's common for the date of a funeral to be decided by the funeral homes.
Hey, Charako, are you feeling alright? We've decided on a date for Mom's funeral. Are you okay for this day?
Let me check. Oh no, that day's the day of stepsister's wedding. But my mother's top priority, right? Yeah, I'm fine that day.
Great. Well, that day it is then.
I can't go to stepsister's funeral, huh? I need to tell stepmother and stepsister. I decided to call my husband's family on the spot. Hello, Charako. What's up? Oh, hello, stepsister. I needed to apologize to you about something. Huh? What is it? Why do you sound so down? You can talk to me about anything. Actually, my mother's funeral is on the day of your wedding, and I wanted to prioritize the funeral over your wedding. I'm sorry I had to cancel last minute. Then, her attitude suddenly changed. Huh? What do you mean? Like I said, my mother's funeral is on the same day, and so? Are you saying your funeral is more important than my wedding? Well, it's not about importance. Are you saying my big day isn't important for you? Why are you being such a brat to me? I can't believe you. Let my mother talk to you. Hello, Chonako. Are you saying you're not going to the wedding? How dare you cancel out on her wedding at a time like this? I'm sorry I'm causing an inconvenience, but I just lost my mother and... Chonako, listen. Yours is a loss, ours is a celebration. Think about which one is more important, okay? Anyways, you're coming to the wedding. Got it? What was that? No matter what anyone says, I'm going to the funeral. I was confused, so I decided to talk to Tomoya about it. Hey, Tomoya, I can't go to the wedding, right? Could you talk to your family about this?
I get what you're saying, but my mother and sister are really excited about this wedding.
What? I just lost my mother, you know? How can you not understand what I'm going through?
I get it. It's just, I don't want to be embarrassed in front of my family, you know? Please, prioritize the wedding.
At that moment, I realized their family was super messed up. I realized that talking wasn't going to solve anything, and so I made my decision that I was going to the funeral. And so, the day of the funeral, we finished the ceremony, and when I went to check my phone... Oh god, what is this? I have 40 missed calls? All from stepmother and Tomoya?
Charako, is there something wrong?
Look at this. All of these are from my stepmother and husband.
Oh, wow, that's horrible.
I have so many messages, too. Could you listen with me, Dad? Charako, what are you doing? You're part of the family now, and you prioritize a funeral over us? You're horrible. You have to come to the wedding, okay? Do whatever you have to. I hope you know what's waiting for you if you don't come.
Charako, what are you doing? Why aren't you at the funeral? Come here right now. Please, don't embarrass me, my sister, or my mother anymore.
It's been like this ever since I told them I was going to the funeral.
That's horrible. But you can ignore this for now. I have a lawyer friend who can help with this. Let's talk to him. This is straight blackmail.
Thanks, Dad. But I can't just stand around. I don't want to forgive people who are going to talk down on my family. I'm going to talk to them right now.
I see. You're a lot like your mother, you know. Alright. Be careful though, okay?
And so I went to the wedding straight away. When I arrived, I announced in a very loud voice, "Sorry for being late." Charako, where were you?
Yeah, I've called you numerous times. You're too late.
Sorry, and so as an apology, I have a speech for my stepsister. Can I borrow the mic real quick? Hey, what are you trying to do? Well, congratulations on your wedding. I wanted to join this party from the start, but sadly I had my mother's funeral today. But my stupid stepmother and stupid husband over there told me to prioritize this wedding over my mother's funeral. They called me numerous times today. What are you saying? This is a wedding!
Charako, calm down. Stop with this speech.
Shut up, I'm talking. My mother was someone very special to me. And while I was sad that I'd lost her, those two threw horrible words at me. And this is evidence for that. Please have a listen. Charako, what are you doing? You're part of our family now and you prioritize a funeral over us? You're horrible. You have to come to the wedding, okay? Do whatever you have to. I hope you know what's waiting for you if you don't come.
Charako, what are you doing? Why aren't you at the funeral? Come here right now. Please, don't embarrass me, my sister, or my mother anymore.
So just like that, I had over 40 of these blackmail-like voicemails on my phone today.
How could someone say horrible things like these to someone who just lost their mother? I want those two to apologize. An apology? What are you talking about? I never said any of those. She made them up.
Yeah, who's to say those were us, right?
Hey, you two! Shut up! Are you going to run away from what you did? These voicemails are clear evidence of blackmail. I'm going to have a lawyer take everything from the two of you. Be prepared, you horrible people! And so my speech ended, and I ruined my stepsister's wedding. Because of my speech, the family of my stepsister's new husband were very upset for what they did as well, and wanted their son's marriage to be canceled as well. How pathetic. As for me, I talked to the lawyer my father was talking about, and I was able to sue my husband and stepmother for blackmail. The voicemails were great evidence, and so I got a large amount of alimony from there. They get what they deserve. And obviously, we divorced after this, and I was able to cut ties with that horrible family for good. I'm trying my best to look for a husband who'd treat me right. My life has just begun.